So amino acids. Okay. So amino acids means the organic compounds which will contain amino group and an acidic group as a substituent on same carbon. Okay, so that is the reason they are also called as what? Alpha carbon or alpha amino acid. Okay, so they are a substituted methanes. Okay, substituted means what? See now, if you take the amino acid, depending upon the groups, we have acidic, basic, neutral, like that. Three types of amino acid. So which kind of groups are going to come? Accordingly, we have to classify what? Whether it's an acidic, basic, or the neutral. So the initial thing which an amino acid contain is what? The amino group. Plus it will contain an acidic substitute. So at that time you term it as what? Alpha amino acids. So here if you take a basic structure of the amino acid, you will be having what? 4 positions over there or 4 valence positions such as hydrogen, then carboxyl group, okay, amino group and R group. So it will be like NH2 CH COOH R. So here this R group is variable depending upon which type of groups are going to get added to it. Okay, as I told you, acidic, basic, neutral, like that amino acid name we are giving. Fine. So this is very important. When you say an amino acid means 4 valence positions they will be having. That is the hydrogen carboxyl group and amino group with a variable what? R group. So depending upon this nature of this R group only, there are what? Different types of amino acids. There's almost 120 amino acids are there, out of which 20 amino acids are important because they basically occur in a protein. Okay, so whether you need it or whether your body synthesizes it or you have to take it externally. So depending upon that, you have further the classification of amino acid. Now, already I told you that depending upon the groups, like which type of amino or carboxyl group is present on them, we are classifying it into 3 things. Okay, that is acidic, basic, and neutral. Okay, these are the 3 main types. Apart from this, one more extra is aromatic amino acids. So acidic, basic, neutral means if you take 2 groups over here, one is the carboxyl and another one is the amino. So in the acidic, okay, they will be having 2 carboxyl group and 1 amino group. In the basic, they will be having 1 carboxyl group and 2 amino groups. In the neutral, both will be having what? 1, that is equal. Okay, whereas if you see the aromatic is based upon what? How much aromatic rings they have. Rings on their side. Okay, so and also the structure is also a little bit complex. So the best example of the acidic, if you take, it's the glutamic and aspartic acid. For the basic, it is lysine. Then you can take arginine and histidine. For the neutral, you have many neutral. Okay, so out of which alanine, then you can take glutamine. Okay, instead of acid, glutamine and asparagine you can take. And aromatic means phenylalanine. Alanine. Trypsin and tryptophan. Okay, these are just the few examples out of the 20 which have been divided into the 4 categories depending upon how many carboxyl group and how many amino group they have. So coming back to, as I told you, depending upon whether your body is synthesizing an amino acid or not, they are being classified into 2 types, okay, on the basis of synthesis in living organism. Okay, you have basic 2 types are there. One is the essential and second one is the non-essential. Now here extra one more type is there actually, which is called as semi-essential. So semi-essential is actually like a unique type, okay, apart from the essential and non-essential. So essential means what? You have to take it through your diet because they cannot be synthesized into your by your body. So cannot be synthesized by body. So you should take them through the diet. Whereas non-essential means what? They are already being synthesized in your body. Okay, so can be synthesized. So if you don't take through the diet also, it will be already present inside you. Whereas semi-essential amino acids means, now this is only during the, what you say, the pregnancy period it will come. This particular semi-essential thing. So that that organism will, or that particular, the living organism will grow. Okay, so for that, semi-essential is there. Okay, so the first one which I told you, the acidic, neutral, basic, whatever is there, it's on the basis of chemical nature. Okay, that is how many carboxyl and amino group is present, but this is on the basis of what? The synthesis. Fine. Now there is one important term over here which is called as what? Zwitter ion. Now what is this Zwitter ion? Zwitter ion means it is a neutral molecule, or you can take it as a neutral solution where the amino acid molecules exist as dipolar Zwitter ion. So what dipolar Zwitter ion means what? They will be having both the ions, that is positive and negative ionic groups. Okay, so depending upon this, the solutions you get is of different pH. Okay, when this dipolar means the Zwitter ion changes, or when there is a Zwitter ion present, we say that molecule is what? Neutral. But if there is an acidic chain more or a basic chain more, then it will not be a Zwitter ion. Okay, so Zwitter ion means what? A neutral solution of amino acid molecules which exist in dipolar form. Means both the ions will be equally present in them, that is positive and negative. That is called as what? Zwitter ion. Okay. Then the next molecule which we have is the nucleotide and nucleoside. Okay, so first of all, what is this nucleotide and nucleoside? Now, these are the two terms which you will find in nucleic acid. Okay, nucleic acid. And nucleic acid is nothing but the acids which are present in the genetic component of a cell. And the genetic component is what? DNA or RNA. Okay, so if you see the nucleotides and nucleosides, there are 5 types of nitrogenous bases. Okay, that is adenine, then guanine, okay, then cytosine, thymine, and uracil. Okay, so adenine A, G, C, T, U. Okay, so here always the adenine pairs with thymine and guanine pairs with cytosine. This is what the pairing which is always present in what? A nucleic acid, that is means a DNA or the RNA. Now, when it comes to the DNA, that is the basic hereditary material which is present in the chromosome, here you will be having four bases ATGC. But if it is a RNA, that is a genetic material of viruses, then what will happen? The T which is there, that will be replaced by U. Okay, so these are what? Nitrogenous bases, the five types of nitrogenous bases. So here adenine and guanine which are there, they are considered as purines. They are considered as what? Purines. Whereas cytosine, thymine and uracil, they are considered as pyrimidines. So when these nitrogenous bases, when they are attached to a sugar molecule, okay, that is NB, nitrogenous bases, plus the sugar molecule, then we say it as nucleosides. But along with the nucleosides, that is with the nitrogenous bases and sugar, if a phosphate group is attached plus phosphate, then it is termed as what? Nucleotide. Okay, so when a nucleoside is attached to a phosphate group, then it is called as a nucleotide. Otherwise, nitrogenous bases plus sugar only if it is present, then they are called as what? Nucleosides. So these are what? The two terms, nucleotides and nucleosides. So for the DNA, it is deoxyribose sugar, whereas for the RNA, it is what? Just ribose sugar. So depending upon these five bases only, okay, whatever groups are attached into it, we have acids also of the same. Like if it's adenine, we have adenyllic acid. If it's thymine, we have thymidyllic acid. So like that, acids are also present in them. Fine. So So like how we saw the like essential, non-essential, like that types. In the same way, we have metabolites which are being produced in our body, and they are termed as primary and secondary. Primary and secondary metabolites. Okay, metabolites means what? Whenever a cell like processes or makes up a reaction, some of the things or products are formed. So those are only called as what? Metabolites. In the form of definition, if we see, metabolites are nothing but organic biomolecules present in cell and used up in metabolic reactions. Okay, so primary and secondary. So primary means what? They will be found mostly in animal tissues, and they will be directly involved in the metabolic processes or metabolism. Okay, so whatever reactions are taking place or the process is taking place in the cell, directly they will be involved. For example, take growth or reproduction or development in animals. Okay, anything you take, they will be considered as primary metabolites. That's why in this we can take amino acid and protein as a primary metabolite. Okay, whereas the secondary metabolite which is there, they are generally found in plants, okay, fungus, or you can say any microbial cells. And because they are secondary, so they act as what? A byproduct of metabolic reactions. For example, here we can take essential oils, okay, rubber, antibiotics. Okay, so ecologically important components, that is a byproduct which is being produced, like maybe if there is a harm, antibiotics will be produced by that organism so that it can sustain, okay, with the other competitive organisms. So like that. So depending upon the need, only this secondary metabolites are being produced. So this is basically upon whether it's directly involved in the process of metabolism or not. Okay.